talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she need down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is J.H. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Is everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk, shall we? So much has been going on. We've been slacking. We haven't been talking to the family. We've been talking to this politician and that politician, and we'll get back to the politicians. I don't mean to be funny about it, but you know, people running for office, they selling you something. So that's what we've been talking to. But let's get back to the roots, baby. Let's get back to the roots of what's going on in the country right now. All the changes that are going on and the possibilities are endless. And what I did was, y'all just check out the pinned comment, all right? Make sure you check out the pinned comment, because if the money is tight, that might make things all right. Go down there and check out the pinned comment. Listen, I was talking to people that were in training today. There was 3 people that I was training with today, and they were talking about the what ifs. You know, what if this happens? What do we do from there? And in my head, I'm always thinking about, you know, if they're a mail handler or if they're a clerk. Those are the jobs that are probably most at risk. Not a scare tactic. We've been talking about this for years, but it is what it is. I saw the robot at work, and that sumbitch, it is moving. No joke. So there's no more what ifs. It is. That's what it is. So now, if there's jobs that are going to be cut specifically because of the technology, what do people do from this point on? I was talking to supervisors, and I was messing with them. I was like, you're going to be without a job. And I'm messing with them because it's kind of what I do. That's my thing. I bother everybody. Nobody's safe around Jay. And they were like, well, I got managerial skills and I can go. And I'm like, you really don't have managerial skills. See, there's managerial skills for the post office, and then there's real world managerial skills. And, you know, there's a whole difference. But then I'm thinking, it's not just them. It's all of the other people that might have their job at risk. So I want you guys to think for a second. And this is not a dig at anybody, please. I don't want people to be offended, but is anybody out here that's working, even the carriers, do you have what we call transferable skills? Transferable skills. And what I mean by transferable skills is, I'm going everywhere with this. It'll all come back together. That's what the man in the White House said. He said, well, I like to do the weave. No, I make sense when I talk about it. I was getting my tires and I was doing my brakes yesterday, and the guy he helped me out, and he was like, this is kind of what I do. But he works at the post office. He's also a truck driver. He's a mechanic. He does all these things. So in any aspect, he'll always have a job. Me, truck driver, I'm a handy person as well. So if anything happens, I'll always have a job. I have transferable skills. I have managerial skills. I have a culinary background as well. So I have transferable skills that I brought to the job. Now, the question is, do postal workers have transferable skills just in case? Just in case. Because the reality is, if things happen and we're worrying about what's going on with the White House, we're worrying about what's going on with the Commerce Department, we're worrying about what happens if we get privatized, do we have transferable skills? Transferable skills. Number 1, job security. If you have transferable skills, the postal industry is changing today. If you have transferable skills, it provides a safety net. I was joking with the supervisors the other morning. I said, look, if they let me go today, I'll walk right across the street to where you see those trucks, and I'll have a job in 15, 20 minutes. That's facts. I wasn't bragging. I was being factual. 26 years as a tractor trailer driver. That is a transferable skill. I have it in my back pocket. Again, not a dig at them, but more so of people need to wake up. Number 2, transferable skill, adaptability. Being versatile helps you navigate the workplace shifts. Because if your mind says, I can only do XYZ, and you're not open to anything else, then you're stuck. We have a lot of the truck drivers that went from our department. One is like the building manager, building maintenance manager. One is something with the robots. Another one went and did this. I'm doing this as in safety. Transferable skills. I need my Postal family to start developing your own transferable skills. Every single one of us is dispensable. Okay, we are. We need things like efficiency, which is number 3. Skills like time management. So we can boost productivity in any role. These are what other jobs would look for if we lost this. You have to be efficient. There are a lot of people that are not efficient with anything. They just come to work for a paycheck. Problem solving skills. That's something that I put on my KSA. You throw a problem my way, I'm gonna figure it out. I don't care. I will figure it out. I can talk to the president of the NALC, never carried mail. I can talk to the president of the APWU. I'm just a truck driver. Won't have much to say, but I know how to solve different things when they're thrown at me. Critical thinking on the spot. If something was thrown at me, I can figure-ish out. It's valued everywhere. You throw a problem my way, I'm gonna figure it out. I gotta figure it out. Real life things, I gotta figure it out. It's valued everywhere. It makes you more valuable if you have basic problem solving skills. I'm telling you. When they say, hey, well, what happens if the electricity goes out? What are you gonna do? There's a lot of people that don't know. What happens if your vehicle breaks down? What are you gonna do? A lot of people don't know. You have to adapt to every situation. Communication. A lot of people that need to learn how to communicate. A lot of people can't communicate because the first thing they do is they stay on their phone 24/7. It's a curse. They have zero communication skills, right from management straight down. Managers don't know how to talk to people. Not saying all managers, but a lot of managers, got slick mouths. What's even worse is that the employees have slicker mouths. They could talk to managers any type of way and feel like they're untouchable. Vice versa, managers be talking tish to employees. There's ways to get things done without being slick. Communication. You can get a lot done if you learn to communicate well. If you got 1,000 things to do and you've already learned how to communicate, which is a managerial skill, you can figure out how to get everybody to work with each other without the resistance. Communication skills, something that a lot of people don't have. Technological proficiency. Tech skills are on the rise, and they're increasingly important in the modern workplace. I mentioned, I believe it was Amazon. It was one of these places, Amazon or UPS, that replaced the workers with the robot, and the guy got sent to school and learned technology behind the robot, so he was able to program and work the robot in place of where he was before. So we have to be, or we at least have to be open to learning about current technology. It's everywhere. It's in your hands. You're watching me on technology. Your phone can do 1,000 things. Your phone, at your fingertips, you can pay a bill. You can book a trip to freaking Alaska on your phone right now. You can send money across the world in a matter of 2 seconds with that thing that's in your hand. That's technology. We have to learn to figure out how to make that work for us and how to work it. Customer service. That's the first thing. A lot of people realize now that I wasn't making tish up about, robots replacing the customer service end of it, from the clerks at the window. Nobody liked them clerks. stinking ass attitudes. I love y'all, but nobody else likes them. You go to McDonald's, there's a screen, beep, 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 beep. You go to any place, there's a screen. But what is more personable? You gotta learn to have customer service. I'm reading in my comments, there is somebody that is really pissed with carriers. Man, carriers are useless. The carriers, they're rude. Everybody else feels that way. And y'all may say, I don't care what anyone else feels. That's the wrong attitude if you want this place to continue to pay your bills. Because customers pay the post office pays us. So we have to make this whole smorgasbord work together. Transferable skills. Do you have a customer service thing about you? Are you about service? Because kind of it's the US Postal Service. That's where we are. Leadership. I'm gonna call all of y'all spades. I've been talking for years, change the culture. You don't like it, step up, get in there. And maybe it picked up steam slowly, but I'm gonna still mess with you because that's kind of my thing. If you don't like the people that are sitting up top, replace them. If you don't like your supervisors, go get yourself into the classes, go learn to do a KSA, go get yourself and become a supervisor. Don't be the person you don't like. Be the person that you want the post office to be like. Damn, I know I'm a good person. I'm gonna step in here and maybe my goodness will rub off on the rest of the sourpusses. Maybe a few more people that were down there that were with me that were good will finally step up and we can start to change the culture. Leadership, y'all need to learn leadership roles. Supervisory skills, true supervisory skills can lead to managerial roles elsewhere. Regardless of what you think, if you say, hey, yeah, I was a supervisor of the post office, everybody, you're like, oh, that's great. What you really learned here was in shit compared to the real world, just so you know. You can't pull that shit off in the real world. Talk to somebody that ain't got no union protection in the real world the way y'all do right here at the post office. Boy, you might not have no teeth. That's TEF. Okay. Hope y'all just messing with you. Resilience, being able to bounce back is number 10. Bounce back from challenges. If you get knocked down, get your ass back up. I've fallen many times while I was doing YouTube videos. In about a year, I will tell you everything that I've gone through in these last 6 years. And you will look back from my first video till the day I speak about it. And you're gonna be like, I don't know how that man ain't kill himself yet. That's called resilience, because we keep pushing. There's very few people that do that. They get hit, they fall, and they stay down. We have to learn to be resilient. And there's a lot of people at the post office that if they get shoved a little bit, they lose their shit. I used to be like that. Lose their shit. And then they give up. Fuck this place. I can't stand this place. We have to learn to be resilient. We have to be the change we want to see. I talked a lot of shit about unions. I used to talk a lot of shit about my coworkers. I used to talk a lot of shit about management. I was the most hated man in America, but I was also the most loved man in America because I kept it 100. I only mean well. I want to see this place do better. And if you truly need this place in order to pay your bills, some people ain't getting their bills paid, then you would want to see this place do better as well. There's a lot of people that are disappointed. They're like, man, I thought the post office was this. Shit, this is what I'm dealing with. This sucks because I'm stuck. God forbid this place doors closed. How many of us have transferable skills? Those are the transferable skills you need in order to be successful somewhere else. You're a federal worker. Take that for what it's worth. If this is just a stepping stone to get to something different, realize it. The situation going on in this country is not going to go on forever. It's three more years at tops. But for now, we have to make it through this storm. Got to make it through the fire. This message was not minced. This message was not tailored to soft spoon feed anybody. This message was very direct, and this message was meant for people that needed to hear it. It may not apply to everybody. There are a lot of people that it does apply to. So if you're in the comment section, you're like, what the fuck do I got to do with the price of tea in China? Trust me, there are a lot of people that need to know this and need to hear this. If you in your freaking 32nd year at the post office, you could care less what I'm talking about. But there are people that are in their third, fourth, fifth year that need to know these things. They have uncertainty about their life. They're not as secure as the people that are secure. Okay? So let's stop thinking individual. Think of us as a group, unified, and maybe things will start to go better. You see me? This is JH with a different type of message. I hope it helps somebody. All right, I'm out.